Good afternoon, everyone. I just want to thank all of you for joining me this afternoon. I hope that you all are having a wonderful, blessed afternoon. And I just want to say welcome to my channel, Autumn Leaves Christmas Trees. Now, today I just wanted to give you an update. As most of you know, I had a really bad, failed spring and summer gardening season. And I think it was a combination of things. I think the reason why my garden failed is because, number one, I really just didn't put that much time into it. If you've been following me on my other videos, you know that I have a toddler that I am breastfeeding. I also have an older daughter, and I just have a lot more going on than I have had in previous years. And this year, nothing grew. Even plants that I bought that were already well established from the supermarket, not from the supermarket, from my local hardware store. I think I bought them from Lowe's. Just nothing really grew at all. And my cucumbers, I believe I left them on the vine too long. I expected them to be these long, big, smooth cucumbers, and they just weren't that. And I think that's a really good lesson to learn, that it's always not what the package makes it out to be. So anyhow, I'm going to take a break. I want you to take a look at what I did yesterday. Yesterday, I did prepare my 3 raised beds for the fall. I didn't do a whole lot. I basically just pulled up things that weren't growing. Like, I spent the day just cleaning up all 3 raised beds, and I tilled the soil. I used one of those tillers that we actually use for, I think, flower beds. I used that instead of using a hoe or a rake or anything of that nature. And I just stuck it in the dirt, literally just twisted it, and that's about it. I turned it over. I sprinkled a 222 fertilizer, and I also put down some worm castings. Worm castings have a lot of nitrogen, so I think that'll be beneficial to my plants for my fall garden, because a lot of the fall plants are green leafy plants, and nitrogen helps produce leaves as opposed to flowers. So I'm just gonna go ahead and let that clip roll, and I hope that you all enjoy, and I'll be back with you to review the seeds that I've purchased for this season. Enjoy. I had my little one out there with me, and she was helping. I was getting a little bit frustrated, and it was not too hot, but we got it done nevertheless. So let's move on to my seeds. This is where I keep all my seeds. It's a Christmas box. Yeah, I do love all things Christmas and glitter and fantasy. I think that another reason why my spring, summer gardens failed is because I'm not sure. I think some of the seeds were duds. I think that they were from the pandemic season, and I just think that they didn't germinate very well. So anyway, I have these seeds that are left over. These are called garden beans. These are Big Kahunas and Kitchen King. So I am going to go ahead and add these to my garden beds because I just want to continue with the green beans. Those did do good. And I'm just gonna plant them all over and just see what happens. So I did 2 orders. Let's do the Amazon order first. Yes, I got this order from Amazon. I ordered some bush beans. So we have, these are called bush beans. They are non-GMO. I ordered these from, as you can see, I'm not sure, but they say bush beans. I think this is backwards. I will take a photo of it and put it in the at the end of this video. So they're non-GMO. They're So Right Seeds is the name of the brand, and I am going to plant these in that same raised bed. I have golden wax. This is golden wax. So these are like yellow, golden, and I also have more purple. I love these purple beans. So these are what we are going to put. I also purchased some more mustard greens. I love these. These are very healthy. Anybody that is from the South in the United States knows about mustard greens. My mother used to cook. She used to mix them. She would cook collard greens mixed with mustard greens, mixed with turnip greens, and it would be delicious when I was younger. I just remember that was like a staple during the holiday season, Thanksgiving, Christmas, New Year's, even the summertime. We just love ourselves some greens. Growing up, my mother just loved them. And I think I will mix those. I have some old greens here. Oh, you know what? I have some more green beans. So I'm going to just add, these are also red, purple beans. So I'm going to put those down as well. These are older. So I think these beans are good because they did come up this year. So we're going to add all of these different green beans. I'm just going to plant them like mad and see what happens. If it doesn't come up, it doesn't come up. Gardening is an experiment. Sometimes you get some, sometimes you lose some. So we have these old mustard seeds that I purchased from, where did I purchase these from? I purchased these from Baker's Creek, and I'll link the company in the bottom in the description if you'd like to go there. But these are called Japanese Giant Red Baker Creek Heirloom Seeds. So I'll mix these in. These did really good when the pandemic was really, you know, at its highest. So I'll plant these. Maybe some will come up and maybe some won't. Another thing, I wasn't consistent with my watering. That's another reason why I feel like my garden failed. And I will also plant these. These are survival garden seeds. I will plant these. I'll mix them together. So that's that for those. I did a big haul from Baker's Creek. Let's see what I got. I don't know. Oh yes, also I ordered some turnips. Some turnips. So hopefully we'll get some turnip greens. You can always chop off the leaves off of the top of turnips, and you can also eat the actual root bulb from a turnip. So we're gonna try our hands at that. And so from Baker's Creek, we got some squashes. Here, I don't know if you can see. We got some squashes. We got some, these are called sweet acorn squash. I have not been that good with squash, but we are gonna try. I also got these honey boat, what are these? Honey boat delight squash. So these are squashes. So we're gonna put those to the side. And I also got some root vegetables. We're gonna try some golden beets. We're gonna do some Detroit red. And we are also going to do some parsnips. We'll see how those go. As you all know, my beets from the summer and the fall, the summer, spring, were all duds. None of them came up. I don't know what happened. Actually, I do know what happened. I didn't spend enough time in my garden. I watered it very nonchalantly. I didn't put enough fertilizer down that would promote root growth, and I didn't spend enough time. So I'm going to take these 3 root vegetables. I am going to mix in some carrots that I had. My carrot seeds are not duds. They did sprout, but they bushed out. There were no roots. As you will see, as you saw when I pulled them out of the ground, they were just little tiny roots, but they didn't actually have the vegetable at the root. So these are old, but I know that they will work. I just have to spend some time and make sure I'm properly watering them. So this is the purple dragon carrot. These are old, but I'm going to throw these back in the ground. And then I have the heirloom carrot. I don't know where I got this from. These are Lake Valley seeds. I think I may have gotten this from my local Dollar General or something like that, or maybe from a Christmas tree shop or Home Depot. I'm not really sure. So I'm going to throw these in as well. So these are all root vegetables. I'm going to put these to the side. Put these in their own separate bag. And then I have some, I'm never good at Swiss chard either. Swiss chard, we're gonna try our hands at that again. Greens, they gave, I also purchased some collard greens. I have some old collard green seeds. I've done really good with my collard greens in the past, so I'm gonna put these together. I have some old collard greens and I have some old broccoli seeds. Yeah, I have these all. I have these dwarf Siberian kale, old. But anyway, back to my haul. So what I purchased this time around was I purchased these Georgia Southern collard greens. Collard greens do really good in the fall as well. I think some people are surprised by that. But yeah, we eat collard greens during the holidays. Anybody who is of African American descent, we eat collard greens during the Thanksgiving, Christmas. Collard greens are great in the summer. Collard greens are great all year round. Collard greens are absolutely delicious and divine, especially when you make them with some smoked ham hocks. Even if you don't put meat in them, you can just, you know, cut up some onions, some garlic, put your seasoning. If you want to add a little bit of vinegar to them. Some people like collard greens with a stir fry. Oh, collard greens, you can make them in so many different ways. I'm gonna try cabbage. Now I don't know about cabbage because I am scared of them failing, just like I've failed in the past at broccoli, cauliflower. I think that cabbage is gonna be in the same boat, but we'll see. We'll see about that. And then I also purchased some dwarf. These are not dwarf kale. These are regular kale, the dinosaur kale. These I've done very well in the past. So long story short, we're gonna try this again. We're gonna try our garden again, right? We're doing the fall. It's about mid to the end August. I'm getting a late start. Not surprising. Like I said, I'm just trying my best here. I got kids, I got a life. It's a little rough. So I'm gonna get these seeds in the ground and we're gonna try to make it happen for the fall. Hopefully we'll get a couple of harvests throughout October, November. And collard greens, actually, if we can get these collard greens up and growing, they will overwinter and they will regrow in the spring. Believe it or not, that has happened. And you can cut them up in the spring. You just have to cook them a little longer because they will be a little bit tough. But all right, let's go out and we're gonna plant some seeds. All right, so we headed out to the garden. Check out our raised beds. All right, they should be all clear from yesterday. So I have 3 raised beds here. I have this first one, which is a smaller one. It's kind of deeper. I have a second one. And then I have that third one over there. So let's get planting. All right, so we're out here now. And as you can see, the soil is very light and very fluffy because I did till it yesterday. Some people are into the no-till gardening. I did try that this spring and summer and it didn't work. So I just decided to turn the soil. So in this area, I'm gonna go ahead and plant my mustard seeds. So let's go ahead and make us a little row here. All right, let's get our mustard seeds out. So the mustard seeds that we are going to use We have the Baker Creek Japanese Giant, and we also have mustard seed giant red. So we're gonna do Baker's Creek first because that's the package that I already have open. Oh, for those of you who don't know, mustard seeds are extremely small. They look like this. If you're a Christian, or if you've ever read the Bible or have heard any Bible stories, there's a story about having mustard seed faith. These are how mustard seeds look. Mustard seeds are extremely small. I don't know if you can see that. Here, I'll zoom in. These are mustard seeds. They're very tiny. All right, so we're just gonna add mustard seeds throughout here, okay? And we will thin them out as they grow. So that they won't become too cluttered. And that's it. So now we're gonna go ahead and cover those up. So that was one row. So now we're gonna do the next row. I am going to get in here now. All right, let's do the next row. Doesn't have to be too deep. Just makes it easier. And of course, I left the seeds over there. That to be a thing. So we're just gonna sprinkle them in. Then we're just gonna use our hands and just cover it. All right. And that's it for the mustard greens. Hey everyone. So we got the mustard seeds all along here. There's 2 rows of mustard seeds here, and then also 2 rows horizontally here. So now we're gonna move over to this raised bed. I want you to check out my my string beans. These are all string beans, and my husband created this cage. It's not perfect, but he made it with love. And this cage is because I don't know if they were moles, voles, rabbits, mice, all of the above, kept eating my string beans and the whole plant, and they were destroying it. So he made that, and it's worked. So also you can add some forks and knives in the ground, plastic forks and knives. You can add some CDs, you can tie plastic bags. There's so many different ways to prevent rodents from eating your crops, but my husband made that cage and that's what we use. But for the ones that I'm going to plant now, there's not enough room in the cage, and I don't really want to pull it up because we do have live plants. I don't want to pull the cage up because it'll pull up the plants with the cage, and I don't want to do that. So I'm just gonna plant some more string beans along here, and really I literally just throw the beans in like all over. So that's what we're gonna do. I don't have like a specific way of doing it. I guess I could do them in rows, but also you can use a marker and kind of just like make a hole and put like beans in each hole. I guess I could do that as well. Either way, I'll show you both. So I guess over here we'll do the holes and just flatten this out. I leave the leaves because they add nitrogen. Anything that decomposes, that's organic matter, I leave. So I'll just add some holes. So we've got 1, 5. All right. So let's see. What kind of beans are we gonna put in here? What kind of beans? We're gonna do King Kitchen. These are old. And we're gonna do some, where'd they go? Lord have mercy. We're gonna finish off these Royalty Purple. So we can do these. So we'll do 2 in each hole. these are how beans look. String beans look like this. So I'm gonna do 2 in each. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Put them down in there. 1, 2, 1, 2. Thanks. And the reason why I do 2 is just in case one doesn't germinate. Now you know you have backup. Just kind of lightly pat over. So those are green. We're gonna do. You can use your hands. You don't have to use a plastic cup. You don't have to use a shovel. I don't know if you guys got all of that. I just realized that my camera was not working. But if you didn't, I used my marker to pin circle like holes in the ground, and I spaced them out and put 2 holes, 2 beans in each. That's kind of disappointing. I thought my camera was recording and it wasn't. So we're just gonna put these in here. We are done. And that's it. And now that's pretty much it. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to water all of this in, and that's it. And we're going to wait and see. I will bring you all with me on the journey as they begin to germinate and sprout, and show you how we're going. Tomorrow I'll do some more. I'll do the collard greens in the other raised bed, and I will do the kale also in the other raised bed, and I may do some containers as well. We'll see. But it's a glorious day today, and I hope that you all have a blessed week. You take care.